y'all heard that hip-hop was dead out here in Texas. I guess you ain't get the memo.
Look, it's K.A. beat, man.
We bringing that real shit back. Put your cups up and let's have a toast.
Here's the good music. We probably have to force them just to distribute it. Mainstream polluted, change I refuse it. I know this shit bound to start a movement. This the new Houston. Here's the good music. We probably have to force them just to distribute it. Mainstream polluted, change I refuse it. I know this shit bound to start a movement. This the new Houston. I'm contemplating as the sweet burn. Everybody singing and dancing, now it's the streets turn. Arsonist on track, I set the spark and let the beat burn. Most niggas claiming that they hold and be the least burned. This the new Houston, better make way. This the new Houston, better make way. This the new Houston, better make way. You can't do shit but witness what's finna take place.
God is good. God is great. Let us thank Him for what we have on our plate. God is good. God is great.
Lady sitting on the grill with grainy grip. It's hard in the sun. Every time we hit the parking lot, we turn head.
That's me, Texas chainsaw, cutting brains off.
They got the parking lot looking like a freak show. Got a couple cups pulled up, ice cold. Got a couple.
What's going on, everybody? Bayou City Reviews back at you one time. Rhino, Bizzle, Double. Talking about the boys Dirty and Nasty today on the project Black Gold. This is their most recent project, so who wants to kick it off?
I'll go.
Damn.
Man, it's first of all, it's completely different from what I expected. Most definitely.
You must have never heard them before this thing.
Well, no, I seen them at perform live at the T2.
Is that it though?
Farside concert, and that shit was jamming. That shit was jamming. But yeah, before that, I heard of them, but never heard any of their music. This is 19 tracks. It's a lot of music. I think they tried to give you a lot of variety, but I feel like their flows aren't tight enough.
The retro style wasn't doing it for you.
Retro? I wouldn't even say
retro. It was like
I didn't get retro.
It was like super early 90s to me.
I didn't get that at all.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
No, I just feel like. I'm trying to say how can I describe it? I don't know, just the flow wasn't tight. It wasn't crisp. You know what I'm saying? I feel like one outshined the other one a little bit more.
Dirty outshine Nasty.
I can't remember which one was which. I can physically I know which one was which, but I
guarantee the shorter one or the tall one?
The short one.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think his flow is a little bit tighter than Dirty.
I could agree with that.
With Nasty, goddamn. I feel like they have some good ideas. I like a lot of the production and the samples, like the one track with the Beyonce sample and the one with Sade and shit. I thought that shit was throw. It was a different little twist. I just don't think they took advantage of the wonderful production with it. Yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I'll just ad-lib off what y'all say.
Well, I'm with you. Before this, I've never. Oh, by the way, probably our strongest supporters.
Yeah.
Never heard of them before until we started Bayou City Reviews. When the project started, I was here with it. I was like, and it went bam for the whole first half of the project.
The second half was better.
The second half of it was like going from the south side of Houston to the north side of Houston.
Sorry.
It's like going from the south side to the north side. Totally different. When Dirty started breaking out his melodic singing ability,
yeah, that was cool.
It caught me off guard, and I was like, yo, this is dope. To the point where I almost wonder like why they incorporate more of it into their music. But they did it for almost half of the second album.
Yeah. Well, that's what
I never knew that about it.
That's why I think they gave you so many tracks, just to give like a big variety of just to show you what the fuck they can do.
But here's the problem I have with that, and while I can appreciate when artists do that, they don't come off as strong MCs to me.
Yeah.
So even when you offer that much work or that many songs, it's still like it gets a little monotonous, but only because there's nothing captivating about it. The only thing I can say about Dirty and Nasty, like you said, that they are very different from who we've covered. But different does not make them any better than anybody else we've covered.
Yeah, yeah.
But and when you take them and you break them up into, you know, individuals, I can appreciate what they bring as a group, because Nasty to me, taken by himself, I don't consider him a strong MC at all, and it's hard. I take him seriously, but as a solo artist, I wouldn't want to listen to him. But he's fun. Dirty brings a little more structure and skill and lyricism and talent to the group, so he's the one I take seriously. So when you bring them together, I get fun and talent together. However, individually, they
can't stand on their own.
No, not to me.
I definitely agree. But I do say they are fun to watch concert.
Yeah.
I thought they put on a pretty good show. There's a lot of energy, you know, all that shit. But that has nothing to do with the program.
No, I understand. It's just a side note. I agree with what you said though. The production as a whole was amazing.
Yeah, that boy Purple Bastard is pretty.
There was a lot, man.
I didn't even catch
Julian Spade. He was
see, I didn't. All I got was track numbers. I guess it was on the shit that I downloaded.
Yeah, same here.
You know what it was?
I didn't know who did what.
Because when I actually got it, I had to actually go to their, was it SoundCloud?
Yeah.
Not SoundCloud. It was
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. I had to go to the Bandcamp to actually look at the what was, you know, what it was. But I do like that. I will say this about them though. Like, well, y'all already said it. They offer a lot of different things. You know, just party songs that you're not supposed to take all that seriously. All black everything, whereas a scheme of just making everything black. Grace and being thankful and just, you know, relationship stuff, Houston stuff. I appreciate it. It's very. I mean, I wish a lot of people had their creativity.
That was one of my takes on it.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that was a very good point.
They just need to tighten it up a little bit.
See, I don't. To me, and this is my whole deal with it. To me, I think they purposely take that angle. That to me, I think it's very retro, early '90s. I don't know how the fuck y'all didn't get that, but I thought that was the most evident thing there. It was very like Public Enemy, Souls of Mischief. It's like no. I'm not like don't take it too literally. I'm just like making
you talking about influence wise
example of the styles and stuff like that from back then. You know what I'm saying? And like, so it doesn't make me like woo, let me like on their spin, but because of the lack of what it makes me do for that. First, like, I'm always trying to listen to what they're saying because I always feel like they got something to say.
They do.
That's so like worthwhile. So for the lack of flow and this, that, and the third, I'm constantly listening to hear what they're having to say.
You know why I probably didn't get that influence, the early '90s influence, is because the production was not '90s East Coast influence at all. It was very country rap tune-ish.
Yeah, I understand, but
you know,
like,
so that's probably why
the way they spit to me, I mean, off the rip, to me it's just early '90s.
But then again, like, I didn't really get anybody from there. Like, Nasty sounds like nobody. Nasty sounds like Nasty.
I just mean just that, like, I couldn't relate him to any certain rapper. Like, he kind of sounds like this dude, but it's just smooth, straight up and down, like early ass '90s.
I wish they would have gave me a little bit more like creativity with their rhymes. I like what they were saying, but
same,
no time.
Same here.
Like when I know what you're gonna say before you say it, it's like
it was very
yellow mellow.
It was very Hollywood flosses to me.
Yeah.
It's very Hollywood flosses to me. To where you listen to it just like
I can understand.
These dudes are just rappers. Like
I can understand.
I don't listen to it and think they're memorable or anything like that. But I will say this though, as far as putting a project together, I know we already passed this up, I'm going to go back. I like, for me not knowing, let's say, I mean I've met them before, but let's say I didn't know who Dirty and Nasty were. I like how they introduced themselves. To me that's so important if you're going to be a tandem or a group.
I agree.
Distinguish yourselves. Even when Nasty came in there, it was like, well, we met each other, passing classes at STU, even though I don't know what that is. I was thinking, is that St. Thomas University?
Oh yeah,
no,
so maybe. I don't know.
Because he didn't say TSU, so I was thinking anything else would probably be St. Thomas. But anyway, the point is, I like how he went in and told how they met and distinguished who he was. And even throughout the song, they helped you out a lot of times. You know, I don't know why people feel like it's a bad thing to acknowledge themselves in a song.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know who you are. I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole when I say it, but you can't go into it thinking like, oh man, everybody know who I. No, a lot of people don't know who you are. So you might want to distinguish who's who. Yeah. But this is one like what we said about YJ and Nino Gotti, where they kind of sounded the same, but they were both even level. So you couldn't say, well, oh, one's stronger than the other. This is the opposite. If they had the same voice, you knew who was who on this. You know, and I almost feel like I'm gonna put Dirty in that same category with Kirko and Stunner Bam. He might need to be on someone's hook because he can do some pretty good hooks, man. That Grace.
Hey, and like that's the other thing, like the whole turning, like, and I did like that second half of the deal when he started doing the more singing and all. I had no idea, so that was kind of like a thumbs up change of pace in the album. I thought in that whole Turning Heads camp that Renzo was the one singing and doing the hooks. Like I had no idea Dirty could do that.
I don't know
So Renzo, remember outside of the radio interview we did, and they all walked up. It was Dirty, Nasty, and then the other dude.
Oh, okay.
That's Renzo.
Okay.
So I thought he was the one that was more like cold with the hooks and singing and all that. So it was kind of cool to see that he can do that too. And I'm wondering why I've never heard them like collab on some singing shit.
Maybe
that's some side note shit. But yeah, I like how they did like fun shit, Houston shit, singing shit, this and that. It was just the flow. And 19 tracks is by traditional standards long anyway. And then when your flow isn't as captivating as you would want it to be, it definitely gets long. But I can appreciate all the other different things they did, like with the messages of what they had to say, and like again, like even though they just don't like wreck like that little, if you don't like me for me, then just let me be, just like little simple ditties like that.
Yeah,
kind of.
That's what I'm saying. I like what they were saying. They just, it wasn't creative to me. No, I'm saying I think the song was creative. Just they didn't paint a picture in a creative way.
Yeah, I get
their bars.
Like I said, the Big D review. This was another one where I walked away and said, do I actually like it, or was it just not hard to review? This one, I don't walk away from it thinking I like it, because I'm not going to go back to this. About the only one I'm going to listen to again is with the Pimp C, the Parking Lot Pimpin'. That one was thorough. Grace, I can do Grace too, man. Grace was probably one of my favorite songs that I've heard during the whole Bayou City Reviews as a whole. Just because I like what the message was, you know, and the execution of it. But other than that, Dirty and Nasty is not a group or a tandem of rappers that I would ever listen to outside of reviewing it.
Yeah,
you know, but I also understand listening to it that this might be for a certain type of person.
Yeah,
it might not be for me.
It's sort of hipsterish in a sense too, almost like that style.
I can see that.
Sort of.
I
sort of.
I didn't get that, but now that you say
like
it,
Fat Tony-ish.
now that you say it, I get college student though. Is what I kind of got from this.
I get it. You don't let the fucking door.
Now I get college student from this.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you don't go into this like, okay, I want to get what kind of message they're going to give to me. You go into it wanting to have fun, but you'll be surprised that you might walk out this bitch with a motherfucking message.
And yeah, and see, me having heard some songs, never a project, some songs before this, I already knew that I was listening to it thinking, all right, what kind of message they're going to be talking about on here? Because that's just what I got from them anyway. So, yeah, like rapping, what do you call it? Hard or easy on the ear, whatever. But yeah, it's not something I'd go back and jam a whole bunch of times. It's something that I can appreciate what you're doing.
Right.
Because it ain't trash.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're definitely having fun. You're talking about messages. You're just being you.
Yeah.
But it ain't something that I could just jam a lot. Just because of that, like, retro rap sound. Oh, yeah, and that other one, shit. I don't know if you got it on the song list, but who produced that Southern Man, that bitch.
The Neil Young.
That old rock and roll sample. Ooh, man.
Neil Young, yeah.
That was a cold ass.
But the sample stole a song to me.
It did.
Because that song is a great song, though. But I'll say this real quick before we wrap it up. Dirty, to me, is by far the superior MC. But Nasty did have his moments when he got to be more careful. I don't remember what song, but anyway, he came in there with some reality rap talking about mom and daddy smoking crack. And then even some like lyrical shit where he was like, I'm playing chess with these checkered niggas, but I'm a king, and he's still trying to jump me to get my crown. Yeah, I was like, okay, but you know, that was one. That was one out of the whole project.
They both have their moments.
But it makes me think that like if they really wanted to just sit down, not to say they're not making serious music, but if they really wanted to sit down and make a serious song, they could. They both could. Yeah. I just don't think they try to give you a whole project of it though. Because that alone made me say, okay, that song right there saved Nasty to me. I was like, yo, I wasn't feeling Nasty like that. But the thing about it was, like, I wasn't gonna say that he was trash. He has this certain, the way he spits and what he says and his, not really charisma, but the character of his flow. Like I said about Roosh, it's not necessarily good, but it has character to it. It makes it fun to listen to. That's why I said he brings the fun element of the group, and and Dirty brings more of the seriousness to it as far as talent, MC wise, and bringing them, you know, molding them together. It's like, okay, I can see it, and I have a lot of respect for it. It's not anything that I would want to listen to over and over again, but it's something that I would want to see them perform, based especially from a lot of his production. His production was fucking crazy.
Like, they had some cool fun songs or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Not taking themselves that seriously. I think their songs with a message are better than those, because like, what's the one where Dirty was saying is like, we gonna put a little sex in the bed, or how'd it go to, we gonna put a little
Sex in the Beat. Sex in the Beat.
Yeah, and then like, see, that would have been cool if they just left it at that. I didn't like when they backdoored it with, we gonna put a little sex on the beat.
That's nasty,
like,
motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? I think they just should have let it be what it was.
Yo,
just the singing in the back door with that chant. I was like,
no, but I didn't like that part of it either.
But that was a small. That's a small.
Had me laughing in that song. That nigga Dirty was like, let me put it in your blusher. I was like, oh, this nigga Nasty was like,
said, what?
You looking so sexy to me. Ooh la la wee wee. I was like, but only that dude can pull that off though.
Just being goofy.
That's only he can pull it off, so when you can listen to it and be like, all right. You don't say, man, he's trash. You just say, like, after listening to all the songs that came before, you say, that's Nasty being nasty.
Like, backdooring that like nice little melody of that to that chant behind it. I was like, damn, dog.
Yeah. Anyway, representation grade.
Representation, I'm gonna say no, not yet. That's gonna be hard anyway with a duo. But not really. I guess because it's our first duo, really. It really is.
Yeah. Well,
no.
YJ and Nino got it on count.
Or fucking Rossini and fucking what you call it?
But Boo's not from Houston though, is it?
No, he from like.
But still, it's like both of them on the.
Yeah, but we were focusing more on.
Yeah, this is like a concrete duo. You're right.
This is like a tape.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they're ready yet. Off of this project. If this was the biggest shit bumping right now, I'd be like, y'all tripping.
What about a compliment? You think that'd be a good compliment?
Not yet.
Me neither.
Not yet. Grade, I'm gonna give it a C- to a D+.
Ouch.
Just because. Because the production is solid. I like the message. I like what they're saying. I don't think they're trying to wow you.
Yeah, like a grade is hard for me.
Yeah, it really is.
It's really weird. I don't know.
But man, I'm gonna ride with it. I think if they were to get a little more creative with their bars, I'll be more impressed. But I am looking forward to hearing more.
I understand that totally.
Because I think they have a thing going. I think they're creative in their own way. Creative with the songs themselves. It just
but like
you're not
right, like today's like up to speed bars, like what we consider.
Man, you stuck on that in the past shit.
No. I'm just saying, like, I mean, like you can still be retro '90s sounding and have bars. But you're right, like they're creative in their own way. But when you're so used to listening to today's type bars and schemes and hearing that, it's like that was creative, but it's not like just that.
Songs are creative, just not the lyrics.
Right.
Yeah.
So
actually, I'll stick with my C, just because the production carried a lot of it.
I ain't mad at you. I just didn't see it coming.
Representation, no. I'm more on the compliment side of things. You know what I'm saying? I think if like they'd be like, how do you say this? Like they'd be a better face for like that subgenre of type of music that Houston has. You know what I'm saying?
Like Fat Tony? Like that's Fat Tony subgenre? Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they'd be raw like in that lane. You know what I'm saying?
What about the are they in Rush's lane? No?
No.
Okay.
No. But
I don't know if I say the face of that. Okay.
Well,
that's your opinion.
I'm wording
Fat Tony is the face of that.
But you know what I'm not relating them to Fat Tony like as like artists, like just that lane and realm of people who listen to that. You know, I don't know if I'm wording it correctly. Anyhow,
I got you.
So grade, I don't know. Grade is weird on this.
Well, let me say this while you figure it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
The only thing is I still wonder who this is targeted to. Well, I don't want to say targeted, like they making music for a group.
You wonder who their core fan base is?
Yeah, because when I listen to it, I don't see it being anyone like me, and I can see it being like college students.
I guess that's why I can't word it right.
I see more
definitely college,
but I see more of like Tony. In fact, I see why college students love Tony. I can almost see why college students love Roosh. But this is a little different because I feel like it would be like
it's a little bit more grown man, quote unquote. Than,
that, and I almost feel like
stereotypical college.
Well, it's hard to even say that because they gave you such a big variety.
Right.
Yeah, but
that's why I almost think it's like a compilation. Like he go a variety of songs just to throw something out there, boom, throw our name out there.
But I feel like Roosh and Tony, and not to make it a racial thing, but I can see like white college students loving it. I don't necessarily see that. Roosh and Tony, Fat Tony. I can see that, but I don't. If we're talking about this is for college students, I don't really know because I feel like black college students is gonna still love something like Young Thug. I don't see them gravitating towards Dirty and Nasty. Now I could be wrong. I'm just trying to figure it out because I really have no idea. I've never known anybody that listened to Dirty and Nasty.
Well, hell, for many innovation shit, there's a whole different group of black students. You know what I'm saying? With that hipsterish look and shit like that now. Like bigger than I've ever seen anywhere now.
That's true.
Motherfucking Kick Push.
Lupe.
That I can see that little group.
You can see Lupe fans jamming this?
I could.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think.
Yeah, like the last time I saw Tony was at that Bun B Riff Raff concert. Well, actually Tony performed that too. Like how I saw him dressed, like his style of dress and stuff, I see everywhere in U of H. Black students.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm just not familiar.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to, coming from the music, I don't know. Right. That's why I'm just questioning it. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's a good question, but you're great in representation.
What was your
grade? I hadn't gave him a grade yet. So I guess I'll give, because it's above average, but it's not like stellar. So I mean, I don't know if I go like, okay, I'll say C+. I'll say C+, and I'm still, yeah.
Representation, no. Basically for what y'all said, you know, and I don't know, because when you talk about tandems and for this type of music, I don't know who I would want to represent it, but still, like, I don't know. If Dirty Nasty was the biggest thing coming out of Houston, I don't even think I have the patience and the tolerance to go to bat for it. You know what I'm saying? I could just say, like, I mean, they're just...
Because you know how people would come at them, you know what I'm saying, if they were the biggest thing out?
No, because I'm looking at it like, well, damn, Dirty and Nasty's they're the biggest thing come out of Houston when you have someone like K-Dog.
Completely different music, too, though.
They're all completely different. I'm not looking at, like, who was the best, if he was the biggest street rapper coming out. If he was just the biggest person coming out of Houston, I would want Kirko to be bigger. If Kirko... Yeah, if they were the biggest ones coming out of Houston, I'd be like, well, what about Kirko?
Damn.
Whoa.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with what type of music. There's to me there's
wow, I definitely
better artists.
I
music.
get what you're saying, I guess.
Grade, I'm gonna give it a C- to a C, only because I feel like the production carried them, and then half of the album to me was just what. But the second half of it, when they got a little more conceptual and really stuck to an actual concept and really came on there like with not a point to prove, but I almost feel like, well, this is gonna sound bad. I feel like there was better lyrical effort on the second half of it than the first one. The fun songs on the first half were like, they were great, but they didn't make them great. The production did. So if that's the case, half the album was great. The lyrics weren't all that good. So it's just an average album. Okay. Average mixtape. Any last words?
Last words? That's it, man. They got a lot of material out there. Like you always says, check them out. There's plenty out there on them as far as show footage, music videos, other projects. They've been doing it for quite a number of years. So there's a lot of material out there on them. You know what I'm saying? We'll check them out.
Dirty said something about starting in '96, going into DJ something.
Oh, they got.
I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, they've been doing it for a hot minute, yeah. So
y'all know the reason behind Black and Gold?
Well, it's called Black Gold.
Black Gold. You know why?
I didn't get it from this. So, gotcha. I mean, I can come up with a lot of things. I'm just curious. But that's
why I think it was like a damn near a compilation of material they had.
And the video they shot for this project, the one I've seen, is the all black everything too. So
I get that, but I didn't get that. I didn't get a Black Gold
explanation
from the whole project. So anything else?
That's it, man.
Check them out.
All right, Bayou City Reviews, Dirty and Nasty, Black Gold.
Smoke purple.
Yep. Thanks for the support. Like, follow, subscribe, comment.
Plotting and scheming to snatch back they spot. They devise a plan to steal Mr. Gold's watch. Chains and rings and make Diamond take the blame. Diamond overhears them and spoils their game. I want 50% of all your profits, or I'm telling Mr. Gold you stole from his pockets. The two agree, then attack her from the back. Plant the jewels in her locker, go to Mr. Gold to rag. His feelings for Diamond made it hard to believe. Ruby convinced him she was for me. Formulatic accolade plus accolade equals the truth like Illmatic, nasty Nas. But nasty Nick made a point very relevant. I can't look to the right or left, steady making truth evident. And ever since the first till my last breathing, my desire to help bless is my motivating reason. I stay on my grind, my nose to the cornerstone. I got my blinders on while I look up to the Lord. He's giving me the wingspan so I can fly while I ascend to El Cielo to touch and kiss the sky. I hold my